Hello, my friends. Jeff Bowman. This is my third installment of the video series for the song My Sacrifice. What I'm describing to you now is the bridge. The bridge is in the middle of the song. It ends up being a little more articulate than the rest of it, yet it also closes the song out. When it comes to playing it, you'll find you'll be dragging your fingers along string 5 and 4 in parallel. This octave sounding scale scenario. The fingers I prefer to use are my ring and baby finger, because the ring finger and baby finger just give me the smallness, I guess you could say, so that I can strum the strings and drag them so that I don't get a lot of clouding over or muting on the neighboring strings. So here's the first bar of it. I'm going to play it. 1, 2. So in playing it through, I'm dragging my baby finger, ring finger that are located on 3rd string 9th fret and the 5th string's 9th fret, dragging it back to 7. And then after I do that, I'm going to strum the 7th point down and up, and then a palm mute on the 6th string. That describes the first 2 measures of the of this particular bar. It sounds like this. Now, as I get into the 3rd beat, I'm still on 7, because the process is that he's dragged his fingers from a location to a location. He stays there and then drags it to another location. So beat number 3, 7, 7 is still being enforced, and then we're going to drag to 5th fret. And the process will be, after you do that on beat number 3, you'll strum the chord down and up, whether your fingers are still on the 5th fret, and then follow that with a palm mute. As you end up going through it, that would take you to beat number 4. Here's beat 1, 2, 3, and the first sound of number 4 beat. It goes like, or a little faster. So as I get to the end of that first bar, beat number 4, I'm going to drag the 5 to 4 and follow that then into the next measure, which there are 16 sounds to be dealt with in that next measure that follows. So the first measure, just prior to the second measure, will again sound like this. Now I stay on the 4/4. I'm at the beginning of the next measure, and I will strum that twice, and then palm mute and scratch really on an upstroke from there. 2 palm mutes really in a way. Now that's the first beat of that next measure. Now I bring my hand down to 2nd fret, which I guess breaks the pattern that I told you, that he starts on a fret and starts from that fret. Then he actually touches 2, 2, and I'm still going to use my baby finger and my ring finger, and then this is 2nd beat strumming it, and then strumming twice, and moving into beat number 3, which will be 5 pull to 4, and 4 slide to 7, and then 7 slides to 5, and then stay on 5 for the final 2 strums are going to go. That'll be the end of beat number 4 in that second measure. Best way to perceive it would be to look at the tablature, which I periodically will flash it on the screen here, or just acquire it, maybe freeze frame and write down the notes to it. So that whole line will sound like this: 3, 4, and. And so on and so forth. So when it comes to playing it, it will go through 4 continuing cycles. So I'll do it again. Here it is: 3 and 4 and. Repeats. Now, after the fourth cycle of that, then you find yourself up on the 13th fret. This is the final 3 bars before it comes to that fat sustain power chord. And the 13th fret, with everything strummed, takes on that quality. It sounds quite like Kashmir, if you're aware of the song. And that'd be the second chord in Kashmir. And I think, ironically, that is the same pitch or the same tuning. So it just gives it that diminished chord sound because we're activating a sharp 5. You'd hear such a thing, too, on the James Bond theme from the movies and so forth. So these 3 bars will go like this. Big sustain at the end. So the amount of strums, I guess they are explanative to themselves. After you do the first palm mute, you're going to play 4 down, up, and on the 5th hit, you'll go palm mute again, and then 4 down, up strokes, and then a gliss. When the gliss is happening, the drummer is playing 6 snare hits. They're all in 16th beats. It all falls into place quite well. After the snare hits, then you're back to playing your 4 strikes. You don't do a palm mute. You just go palm mute. Before those 4 strikes. You just strum like I did. And then the end part would be to strum again. And then this sound is only the 6th string open. That's all you're going to do. After those 3 sounds, strum 6, 5, and 4. And let it sustain. Those 3 sounds are gauged or synchronized with the drums. So they're a very significant part of the song. When it comes to everyone in the band, they're playing exactly those sounds right there. So these last 3 measures sound like so. 2, 3, 4, and... a big long sustain. So I hope it's been a help again, and this would be the closing video for this particular song. Everything that I had done to create the song I had done on my own. Used a software for the drums, modified it somewhat with my own drum playing. The guitar I've chosen to use is my Godet, and also an electric bass. I use a Peavey. I'm a guitar teacher who lives in Western Canada, and I hope to put more videos out. Please give me some likes, thank you, and I certainly hope to see you all again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.